told me that they'd like me and her me to be me and me. Dark Side of the Moon is such a incredible song. Jeanique brought this idea to the studio, and she's got such a wild imagination, and not only imagination, it's almost like she's got these this prophetic sense in her, something, the sixth sense that she has, where she's speaking about an apocalyptic event that hasn't happened, but it's almost like now happening, and it just put me on this trip in terms of my mind started sparking as well, because I'm a songwriter as well, and I was amazed, and I thought, wow, this is a big song. This is really big, and then she obviously brought a numerous amount of lyrics to the studio as well, and then I just sat at the piano and started kind of helping her put doing co-writing in a certain sense, and putting these lyrics to the different piano chords and the structure. And wow, it was just a really powerful process that day when we started structuring the song. And then there was no shortage of inspiration. It just flowed non-stop, and both of us could see the vision. And that's where I really love working with her, because when she tells me about an idea, or then I have an idea to add, we kind of have this explosion of inspiration, of these fireworks of ideas that just seem to go towards the same direction. We always have the same kind of vision for something, which is really cool. The first thing that comes to mind is the unknown, the unknown, which is quite a mysterious idea of the dark side of the moon, and I always think of the old, the timeless Pink Floyd album that was titled that, and it's such a mysterious yet very much it brings out the idea of a new frontier kind of thing, but the song is almost so much more than just that title as well. I know the titles are quite a dramatic title, but when you listen to the song, it's just opens up a whole numerous amount of chapters into such a journey of a song. So it's the title "Dark Side of the Moon" is actually the tip of the iceberg, really. So Jeanique wrote most of the lyrics, or 90% of the lyrics to this track, and this was her lyric in that sense. I at first didn't know what it was about, but it's such a deep kind of almost ironic lyric, and to be honest, it's still quite a mystery to me. And what I get out of it is it paints the picture of the apocalypse, of some kind of ending world, but at the same time, Jeanique's kind of saying, well, it's the end of the world, but nothing's going wrong. Why do I feel all right, kind of thing. So it's almost painting the picture of, the way I take it is, we're in some kind of, right now in the world we're living in, we're in some kind of strange shift in our world, and it at parts, it sometimes does feel like a kind of the beginning stages of an apocalypse, and it makes you delve into yourself and think, well, who am I? What have I done? And what have I done to sort of contribute to the world, or to society in some way or another? But it's kind of like, where was I when the world ended, kind of thing. It's very mysterious, and I think it is open to sort of interpretation, Jeanique will have her entire intriguing story as well, but that's what I kind of get out of it. So how myself and Jeanique work is I like her to be very much involved in the production process because she's a songwriter and she's deeply invested in the actual song itself. She's also a producer in her own right, so we sit together. So we basically I don't do much work when she leaves the studio. I kind of wait till she comes back. So it took us about a month, I'd say, a month to about 6 weeks to finish this song. It's a big song, and there was a lot of work to do in terms of vocal recordings, huge, massive drum sounds that took quite a while to sort of create. Yeah, it took long. There were a few moments where Jeanique, Jeanique's got such a wild imagination, and she's also very hard on herself when it comes to this. Sorry, I had a. Jeanique's very, she can be very hard on herself and self-critical, and because she's such a perfectionist, we'll be working on the song on today, and we'll end the session, and both of us will be very happy, and then next week she'll come in and she'll listen to it and she'll be like, no, we need to change that, we need it, and so that sometimes I'd have to say to Jeanique, just wait, Jeanique, do you remember what we felt about this last week? This is good, don't forget that this is actually really good. So that part of it is, I know myself, I mean, I'm a very hectic perfectionist, but to see myself in Jeanique as well, that's quite to almost manage this vast perfectionist artist that's got this massive mind of just fireworks sparking all the time. Sometimes you've just got to say, okay, this is damn good, and don't beat yourself up about it, kind of thing. So that yeah. My favorite part of creating this track, there's two things. Number one, Jeanique's voice is really just something else. Especially, and I mean, I don't even want to, yes, the obvious thing is that she's still so young, but if someone had to play me this track, and I've played this track for a lot of industry pros, and they can't tell that Jeanique's only 15 years old when she recorded this. So that is just astounding to me, and that's why I love recording her voice, and producing her voice, and look, going into the different just the different harmonies, to watch her come up with all these harmonies and stuff. It's really, it's like, well, it's working with a genius. That part of it is really fun, and it's really just enlightening. I learned so much from her. And then the other thing is, just the creation of it was so fun because we broke rules. We went ahead of, we went further than far. We really broke boundaries with the production. We created something that I believe is larger than life, and it also it's not just the conventional pop song that you hear. It's something more than that, and it's really something that it can move mountains. I think this song, yeah. I did have something to do with this the video, and it was really a cool moment, and I was honored to be a part of it. I played a cameo role as the king, the medieval king, and I was sitting there with, I just had to sit there and look cool, and it was pretty awesome moment, because I kind of sat there and had this kind of epiphany, and I thought, wow, we created this song together, and it was almost like me just almost witnessing the creation, and that was really special.
I keep tripping over my tongue. It's the end of the world and